Alright guys, today we're going to talk about mental stressors, and Michelle's channel certainly has plenty of those. I think Michelle's microphone's sideways. Yeah, it's better. And so I put a top on that Michelle had, which is actually, she bought this, and Dory wore it a few times, but Michelle had never worn it, and I figured, except when Michelle tried it, I guess, so we would put something else on. Now, first of all, let's discuss something that some people may understand, and some people may not, okay? When individuals come out here on YouTube, a lot of them have dreams, and then they work hard on those dreams to make them happen. But some people are just not that good at it. And Michelle is not, an entertainer. She's a technical person, and that is where the problem starts. It's not that Michelle doesn't want to make you like her products. In fact, she does quite the opposite. She wants you to love her products. However, because she is not much of an entertainer, let's be honest, Michelle is as dry as plain toast with no butter or marmite on it, okay? Just plain Jane, nothing exciting, and I'm being honest when I say that, okay? Yeah, I know some of you guys are saying is, we want to be entertained, we want to be enthralled, we want to be wrapped up in this media extravaganza, we want the three-ring circus, and, yeah, okay, you want the three-ring circus, but there's always the cost to a three-ring circus, and one of the biggest costs is, what does it do to the spirit of the producer? Now, so Michelle has been in negotiations with a whole group of you people, and it's going pretty good from what I've read. And I do like some of Michelle's videos, and occasionally click like on them, but there are times that even I cannot click like. And then a lot of times it's because sometimes Michelle makes videos that, you're right, are not entertaining. They're not exciting. But I know from personal experience that the ones I like and the ones Michelle like is because she felt they were important, and she felt that they deserved at least respect, at least the fact that efforts are being put into them. Even if they sometimes, like the cupcake one, I have to admit with Michelle on that, it was a disgusting video. It really was. It wasn't so much the politics part of it. It was the cupcake. The black frosting was all over Michelle's fingers. It was all over her face. It was all over her teeth. It was all over everything. The grocery chain that made those cupcakes and donated them to the soup kitchen, they were Halloween cupcakes, made so many decisions that were turned a potentially beautiful Halloween themed cupcake into a Halloween nightmare. But then again, it's Halloween, right? Well, who cares if they got to get frosting all over your fingers and it's black and it's hard to get off your fingers? It's Halloween. It's supposed to be icky and scary and gooey and yucky. No, it's not. Seriously, no wonder why those packages of cupcakes never sold. Who wants all that crap on your fingers? I mean, people want to eat cupcakes because they're good, or, sure, you want to have Halloween cupcakes, that's great, but I think a little bit of a marshmallow ghost would have been a very good choice. I mean, there's no reason why they couldn't have, or even one of those sugar ghosts you see in some cake decorating. Although I believe that marshmallows would be cheaper with food compatible ink that you can actually eat the ghosts, and it'll be food safe ink you can use on to decorate the ghost a little bit. That would be great, but this was no, definitely not. Michelle didn't want to erase the video, not because it was of that reason. She wanted to keep the video because the important first part of the video was what was going on with the Republican Party. Even Donald Trump just recently admitted that part of the problem was that he did not focus on actually helping the GOP runners in the state really get his support. Not because he didn't want to, but because he thought that the people in the states were going to pick somebody that was going to support Donald Trump. And yet, they chose, a lot of them chose to not support Donald Trump. So Michelle wanted to remind you, and that's what she was focusing on, was if the Republicans don't change their game plan in 2018, I get wax in my ear. Ew. If by 2018 there will be very little opportunities for the Republicans to maintain the Senate and the House. As the Republicans are retiring, that means that there's going to be lots of opportunities for Democrats, either by default or because the Republican candidates are just got a lousy platform. Okay? That's all I can say. I'm not going to go into all the details in politics. It's not my thing. Now, the next thing is I want to talk about. I am very proud of Michelle that she's made an honest effort to have a communique with you, all of you. The ones of you who are talking to Michelle, I'm very, very much happy to see that there is being a very positive dialogue. Michelle told me, and I can see that there has been made, some people have kind of agreed that some things have been cleared up, but there's still questions. And on Sunday night at 6 p.m., Michelle did ask Sue if she would be part of the show. Sue said that she would get back to Michelle and let her know. Sue likes to watch her football games, and she doesn't know if there's a football game or she wants to spend time with her boyfriend. So, for that reason, we don't know what Sue's going to do. Michelle has offered an opportunity to everybody who thinks they can handle it. That is, you can be a co-host on a live stream. You can go ahead and be on the show, helping Michelle from your home. You don't have to physically come into the studio. You just send her your email address. You tell her ahead of time what your topic is going to be. And no, you don't have to say it in the comments section. We understand that people don't want their private emails going out to the public. We understand that. So you would send your proposal and your email address to bichela3@gmail.com. Again, that's bichela3@gmail.com, and let her know what you want to talk about, and she will contact you about 5 to 10 minutes before via Google Hangouts, thus giving you time to get yourself settled in. Make sure your microphones are working. Make sure your camera's working if you're going to do video. Michelle knows that some people will not want to do video. And even if you could do video, realistically, since most likely Michelle will be focusing on the chat questions on the screen anyway, the question is, are you going to need a video? Probably not. But the whole idea is, since there's so many communications from various people that have said that Michelle really needs a co-anchor, Michelle is terrible by herself, which Michelle agrees. Then Michelle said to me, is, since there's so many that feel that they can do a better job. And since I can't guarantee I can get in contact with Susan, or I can't guarantee that Susan is going to be able to do it every week, I'm offering the opportunity up to anybody who wants to try it. Okay? Which means that you'll be fielding questions, you'll be answering questions, and you'll be reading them and speaking them out to all people. And unfortunately, it also means that you're going to have to deal with things when the conversations get downright ornery. So if you feel up to the challenge, it's your choice. It's your chance to put your best foot forward and show if you really got the ability. In other words, the colloquialism stands out. Put up or shut up. If you guys want to do it and show us supposedly how it's done, come on over. We'll do it. It's a Google Hangouts. We know that a lot of people don't live in Winston, so there's your chance. And if it doesn't work out for you, then at least you can kind of say to the people, gee, I tried it. So, let me, from my personal experience, I really do have a hard time keeping up with all the questions because there's just too many questions. There's just too many people, and they're just always talking smack and bad things about everybody else. And we don't want that. We don't want people to feel that way. We want to both welcome everybody, open arms to both channels. You want to say anything about the third channel you've had for a long time? The Welcome to My World channel. Yeah. It hasn't really been updated for a long time, but yes, we have a third channel. It was from my days of the cable system here in Winstead. And the Welcome to My World channel was intended to be for local news and events and stories. And whereas originally the North American Snooker channel was supposed to be for weather education and things like that, which obviously things have changed a lot since both channels were created. Now, what happens, did you find anything about what happens if your likes go to 0? No, I did not. And I didn't see anything anywhere on Google or YouTube of what happens. I can tell you what happens if you don't create videos on your channels at least sometime. YouTube occasionally goes to a purge to reclaim precious real estate on their computer servers. There always is a lot of dead channels on YouTube that are abandoned channels after so long. So YouTube, after trying to contact the YouTube channel owner, if they don't get a response after so long, they will erase the channel, claiming it's abandoned. So yeah, it is a real issue, but the channel is far from abandoned. No kidding. And one of the things is that you think this channel will ever recover. Yeah, I think it's going to recover. I mean, I don't think it's permanently doomed to the annals of history. I think once we can finally start achieving a new income, a new budget, come up with some new ideas for topics, it'll do pretty good. Right. Are you looking forward to tomorrow? Live streams always are the most popular things, even though I don't really see how, but I see a lot of viewerships on the live streams. So the way I see it is, as long as we can have a positive dialogue on the live streams, I will continue to do them. Alright, now you explained briefly what is the difference between moderation and censorship. censorship. Could you go into more detail on that? Yeah, sure. Usually when a video or a second comment section is moderated, it's because you're trying to keep things from getting out of control. In other words, you're trying to keep this, the commenters on the main topic at hand. Censorship is where you're trying to keep certain topics from even being discussed at all. I suppose if you look at it that way, then moderation could be censorship, and censorship could be moderation. But in this case, when I was moderating the channel or the comment section, it was not to censor. It was a main purpose was at the time was I was aiming to keep people on track, so that if we were talking about say cats, it would be about cats and not necessarily go into the point of talking about cars or dogs. Although we know cats and dogs kind of go hand in hand. A lot of people have dogs, a lot of people have cats. Okay, so you'll have both. Whereas when you censor, the reason you sometimes censor is because you're trying to, as I said, you don't want to cover certain things. For example, maybe there's certain language that's being expressed by a hate group that keeps showing up on your channels, and this hate group is always trying to disrupt the communication among the group of people on your channel that want to have a discussions, as far like I said, for example, cats. And all of a sudden, I want to talk about cars, or they want to talk about airplanes, or they want to talk about everything else. But the main topic of cats doesn't interest them, so they want to try to sabotage your channel discussion and talk about things that have nothing to do with that. Right. Now, for those of you who wonder why we're not taking questions on this show at this point, it's because we do not have a successfully, readily to use device that lets us read the questions on the couch. Right. That's another thing that gets a lot of my audience up in arms. What do you mean? Because a lot of them are saying to me things like, why do you shoot videos with the camera gear you do? Why aren't you investing in, high-tech, new camera gear? Michelle can barely even get this video out on her current cable, on her current internet package. If you look at the live streams, especially in Google Hangouts, there's always dropped frames everywhere. So it's very difficult to say, well, gee, why doesn't Michelle just do things differently? And the truth of the matter is Michelle's doing what she has. Which brings up a question. What do you think would be the biggest important thing in this day and age with internet being a major part of our lives that the city of Winston and the local cable and phone company needs to do, including the cell phone providers, to help make internet in Winston more practical? Well, the biggest problem with... Ooh, my acid reflex is kicking in. Oh my god. I know, don't worry about it. Is that the local phone company, the wired ones, if you will, which is Frontier, has thought of expanding the Uber high-speed link to parts of Winston. But fiber's not cheap, okay? It's expensive. So, in areas where they took over the Verizon Fios in California, They are running into teething pains. Is now they're dealing with something that is fiber to the premises versus fiber to the curb. And so it's a whole new system, and they're having a hard time understanding how it all is going to work. Okay. Now, because there's so many old wires in parts of Winston that are at least 100 years old, some of the phone lines are really not suitable for internet at all, and yet we're still trying to pass internet through them. The K1s and the poles may have been replaced and upgraded, say, 50 years ago, but the wires and the poles are, of course, still old. The category 2, maybe category 3 at best. And so to replace them with fiber is going to cost them more money than Frontier is going to want to spend. Now, on some of the other guys, which is Charter Cable. Charter Cable is, as I've tested, I have a friend who have Charter, are a little bit better. At least the throughput going out is a little bit better. But the problem is, I really did not see a significant improvement on the speed whatsoever. I know that sounds stupid, but it's true. Okay, I did not see a significant speed increase. And downloading. Uploading I did, but downloading, no, not really. But then you're sharing a Wi-Fi connection for the apartment next door, which you were barely getting any signal because of all the other hotspots in the area were kind of competing for the same channel. Right. And I got a phone call. Let's take care of the phone call. Hello? Well, I called her, she didn't answer. She did skill me on this too. Google Hangouts. Oh, she did? Yeah. So I'll check on her. Hi, how you doing? Can you hear me? There you go. We were doing a live stream when you called, and so, that's okay. Well, actually, people wanted to ask questions about you anyway, so I figured, well, let's see if we can answer some questions for the audience. It's gonna probably knock off the internet, though. Well, we'll try. So let me save the bandwidth and prevent my computer or live stream from having a heart attack. I'm gonna mute the picture so it don't take as much bandwidth, okay?
Well, why don't you ask my permission before you put me on live stream with people?
Well, I didn't know you were calling.
Okay, I guess you got that one then. I'm calling you back.
No, are you gonna be watching the live stream on Sunday?
Do you want me to watch it?
Yeah, you can certainly participate. We could even do Google Hangouts.
I thought you were mad at me.
I was mad at you, but I'm willing to talk to you. I mean, I was mad at the time, but
You miss me, huh?
you know how Italians are. We do have a temper, but we also tend to cool off after a while.
Michelle, you miss me?
Yeah, sort of.
Michelle, you missed me, huh?
Yeah, I'm so.
Teddy bear, you.
All right. So anyway, here's the deal. Okay. Saturday or Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We have our live stream. Since obviously I do have your email information. If you want to be on the show as part of the live chat,
As long as you're,
huh?
am I gonna get upset if I go on there?
I don't think so. A lot of people were asking about you, including Brian K.
Well, as long as they're not gonna like be like, yeah, I suppose I'll go on. Let me write this down so I go, so I make sure I listen. I got that. Let me write this down. Tomorrow at 6.
Yes,
Okay.
6 p.m. If you,
Okay.
I will send you. Let me see. I don't know which email address I have. I have to look and see which email address I have. Right now, we're doing our live stream here for Lumi's channel. But we can do is if you get on the show tomorrow, you know it's at 6 o'clock, so you just go to my channel and you'll see the live thing. It should say live. If you get on there after 6.
Well,
and you just.
I will put this on my schedule.
What's
I
that?
don't have any sales. I'll put it on my schedule.
Okay.
And if I am not out making a sale or with my child or my husband doesn't need me, I suppose that I will be on your live stream.
Right. Well, you can also just join us in the chat. You don't actually have to be on the live stream.
Well, as long as those 3 things don't come first, then I'm good.
Because at least with the chat questions, is that you can read them and you can type the responses to the chat questions as well. So you don't have to.
How come I don't see you? But you see
I turned my picture off so we can finish, because I'm still doing the live stream here with Lumi. So her live stream's still going out right now. So I turned the camera off so it didn't take as much bandwidth.
So the audience missed me?
Do they miss you? Some of them do.
Some of them diss me. Some miss me, some diss me.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna show you something real quick here.
Are they mad at me?
One of the things that I gotta do is I gotta figure out what I'm supposed to do with this cataract in my right eye. I'm waiting for the renter's rebate so I can finally get some more can't see eye drops.
Why don't you, well, don't thieve them.
I don't see well out of my right eye, no.
Don't thieve the drops.
Can't see.
Steal them.
CAN-C.
Michelle, you need to take care of that issue. We have to go see your doctor.
Oh, yeah, I can go get my cataract removed, possibly with surgery. But the problem is that, number one, I have no one for the preoperative or postoperative care to help me take care of my eyes. Because, unfortunately, I have no assistance.
Help you? I don't have a car.
They would have to be coming to my house every day to put the special eye drops in my eye, and there's about 14 of them they'd have to put in to prevent any kind of secondary infection.
Well, why don't...
Is it 14? I think it's 6. I don't think it's 14 of them. Oh.
Bullshit. No, I see what's that. And there's no worker.
And eventually Michelle's going to get these teeth fixed, too. Yeah.
Your helper to work you with that.
So, alright. So, maybe next week, if this works out, go to the live stream. maybe you and Jesse could again try to join us on camera in studio, and we could do a show that's not the live stream, because the live stream gets really chaotic. Because during that live stream, we mostly let people see the questions on the screen. So it's easier if we let them see the questions, and then people can somebody just read the questions, and that makes it just as easy for in-house co-anchors and for Google Hangouts co-anchors to just read the questions as well. Because I hog the whole display. No kidding.
Well, Michelle.
What?
Michelle.
What?
Your eyes.
Sounds like the video is breaking up a little bit. Okay, let me just take myself off the video so we can hear you better. Alright. So for right now, I'm going to let you go. Okay? And hopefully I'll see you on Sunday, okay?
Okay, there's not going to be bashing, is there?
Just try not to get too raunchy, okay? That's all I ask.
Yeah, I get it. Michelle.
What?
Are they going to bash me?
No.
Just so I'm prepared, like.
I'm not going to roast you or anything like that. I just basically said I just want you to be on your best behavior. It's all I ask.
I gotcha.
Okay? I got to get going now.
I got you, Michelle. I understand.
Okay. So I'm gonna ring off now, okay? Talk to you later.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, that was Sheri. For those of you who wanted to know, I kind of forgave Sheri for what happened in the past, but I told her she needs to be at her best behavior. And so Michelle is willing to try putting Sheri back on the video again. Unfortunately, I forgot to plug back in the cord. It was originally a private conversation anyway. Yeah, it originally was a private conversation. Alright, so the point here is that as it stands right now, we have possibly 2 people for Sunday. Sherry Heaton will be at least in the chat. She may not necessarily be in the voice part of it. So reflex giving me problems. Oh, this is definitely a Tom's moment. So anyway, to make a long story short is that so Sheri supposedly said she would try to be on the show on Sunday. Because Brian K asked about that, and so did a couple other people. And I also did ask Sue if she'd join us too. So maybe we may have 2 people co-anchoring the show. Maybe 3. Who's the third? Brian K. gonna co-anchor it. And you also invited Bobby Cotton to co-anchor. I did. And you opened the door to anyone else to co-anchor. So we'll have to see how that works. And should prove interesting. Alright, so for now, guys, let's see. Since you have the phone here, you want to take a look and see if there's any comments. Yeah, let's take a quick look here. Let's see. Keys in. What the heck? I don't think Amber really cares. I don't think Amber cares either. I don't think Amber cares. See, Michelle didn't think about using the BCC option because I didn't think about it. You know, I'm putting in person after person after person after person. These people where I put in a message about the upcoming show weren't even. Nope. Alright, so let's see. I got a comment here. That was from me. Okay. And I said this is a great opportunity to show your gear. Michelle is extended the contest to December 1st. Right, I did. Okay, because a lot of people missed the original deadline of November 15th. There's no way they can get it in now. Right. Okay, so... good point. So, how would your response to CP's comment? Well, I think the first thing I would say is that I do not see any replies in this message from Amber on this message at all. So yeah, I can let her know it was a I can let her know that I apologize for that. All right. So how do we do that? Okay, to whoever is viewing, new comment, Bcast, America First. Oh my God, YouTube, Michelle. What? How does this thing do it? Well, okay, let's see. Okay, I forgot. Let's gonna let her know anyway. Sorry, comma. I did not think of that. Is this true? I didn't. Okay, did Amber contact you? That's a good question. Did Amber contact her? I don't. Okay. So carbon copy. Okay. So Michelle does not always do it perfectly. No. But don't hold it against Michelle because Michelle has just been overwhelmed lately with all this other crap that's been going on. Now, what do you think is going to happen with all the likes versus dislikes? Or what? Let's erase this call. Whoa, how do I do this? Okay. Okay, so you're going to keep that one. I'm going to keep that one. Okay. So now, as far as people wanting to keep the privacy, Michelle understands that there's a lot of people that want to keep the privacy, but Michelle also noticed that a lot of the people that want to keep the privacy, when they unsubscribe to Michelle's channel, Michelle, which really wants to keep in contact with them, has to now personally, aggressively send them messages to tell them what's going on, which unfortunately causes all kinds of consternation, doesn't it? It does, yeah, because now I have to sit there and keep reminding them of the things, what's going on with the channel, all that. So you think it's kind of stupid. I think it's really, really stupid. Absolutely. I think it's really, really stupid that I have to do that. So, alright, I think show's indigestion, heartburn, acid reflux is starting to kick in pretty bad. I can feel it. Alright, so when we wrap it up, please do. Okay, here we go. Sheri Heaton will be potentially on the Sunday night live stream on Michelle's channel. No guarantees. It's up to Sheri. She said she doesn't know if she was talking something with her husband. In addition, Susan may also be on the live stream on Michelle's channel. In addition, the opportunity has been presented to a large group of the audience to be a co-anchor on the live show. So there may be 2 or more people hosting the show. And number 3, Michelle's been making every possible way to try to smooth things over with the people who have had a misunderstanding of what the channel is as far as racial division. So there's a lot of things going on. But for right now, I want to get ready to wrap this up. Michelle wants to wrap this up. And the weather, what's the weather going to be for tomorrow? Weather's going to be better. I don't see anything really freezing in the day. It's going to be about 7 degrees Celsius in the daytime. So the daytime is going to be okay. Yes. So it's going to be nice, it's going to be cool, but it's not going to be too bad. Okay. So for now, guys, I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Sorry we couldn't answer your chat questions because we don't have a large enough screen to make it easier for us to read the chat questions in Massey like we do when we use the computer. And I wanted to do a personal live stream anyway on my channel. And sorry if it kind of went off the rails again. It always does. Welcome to live TV, Lum. At least you could say there's some good potential for those of you Sheri lovers out there. It's funny because that's actually her married name is Sheri Love. I know that. And so, let's see. Would someone ever marry someone named Sheri Hate? I don't think so. I don't know. Or Sheri Abhor? Abhor does not mean the same thing as prostitute. No, it does not. Okay. Now we're getting stupid. Okay. So, for now, guys, thanks for watching this. Stay safe, okay? We'll talk to you soon. I'm going to show you where it's all tangled up and I see that. So let me carefully extricate myself. And, yep. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.